Afternoon, after school, my brother and I went to look for my mother. When we caught up with her, she was seeing the doctor. The three of us went to the market to eat. Mother didn't eat. I could see that she was thirsty and hungry. I think that Mother is willing to withstand hunger for the sake of our stomachs and our education. I must not disappoint her. I must get into university, find a job, and let Mother eat until she's full.
Every day, Mother and Father had their heads facing the earth and backs facing the sky. They had to work 4 seasons a year and to tend the fields. I felt that this kind of life is really difficult. For generations, our family had always been farmers. We had to rely on nature for our livelihood. This kind of life is unstable. We might eat once, and it will only last for that meal. So I wanted to change our fate through education, change our family's way of life.
This morning my 2 brothers went out to cut grass for the donkey while Father was working on the threshing floor. Mother is ill. She stayed in bed. Sister She tells us a story. When we go to pick fa cai, we always have a great time. My 5th uncle's grandmother always sings when she's scything, and she dances. She may be old, they say, but she's got a joyous heart. I don't believe this explanation of the grandmother's character. I believe this woman to be sad and unhappy, because my mother's done the same work. So this grandmother, who's been cutting grass all her life into her old age, who's never had a decent outfit of clothes, who had to earn money to find a good wife for her son, well, now her life is so unenviable that her only joy is dancing. If she doesn't dance now, she'll never have the time to dance at all. Why are we alive? The rich die after having known all kinds of pleasures. It's a happy death. The poor live with tears in their eyes. When they die, their death is painful, and that's the truth of it.
In our village, the girls can only study until primary 4 or 5 at most. Very few go to middle school, because the mentality of adults was that girls at the age of 15 or 16 have to get married. They will become members of another family. When I was in primary 4, many people came to ask for my hand in marriage. It was hard to imagine, but Father and Mother were firm. They refused all of them. I thought of marriage as something really frightening. It feels like you are trapped. So I wanted to change the mentality of our feudal society in the village. I wanted to strive for gender equality. I wanted us to be able to choose our own husbands.
Initially, my reason for sending Ma Yan to school was because I didn't want her to be like me. I only went to primary 1. I didn't get to study anymore after that. So I told myself, no matter what happens, I am going to send my daughter to school. But when she was in primary 5, I couldn't support her anymore. I had exhausted all means trying to get her back to school. So when she was on holiday, I decided to talk to her so she could be prepared for it.
For the Children's Day celebration in June that year, I was the host and member of the choir. That was the happiest day of my life because Mother and Father bought me a new set of clothes. The outfit was very pretty. I heard them say that I will have everything new from head to toe. What they wanted to say was that that would be my last Children's Day. Looking at the new clothes she bought me, I could feel that it was going to be my last day at school.
I told her, Ma Yan, this is your last time going to school. She asked, why do you say that, Mama? I said, because your father is working outside alone and he can't earn enough money, so I'll have to go out and work too. She looked at me like this and asked, Mama, are you serious? I said, yes. Why is it that my 2 brothers can go to school and not me? Is it because I'm a girl? I said no. She said, Mama, I don't understand this. I said, when you get married and have a family and children, you will understand why I don't allow you to go to school. She stopped eating and cried. I walked out.
I was sad after knowing that it was going to be my last day in school, so I decided to give Mother my diary and the letter. I wanted her to know how I felt and what I was thinking.
She told me, "No, Mama, I must go to school." I told myself, this child is so stubborn. There was nothing I could do. Her diary was locked up in a box. She took it out. She was unhappy the whole time. She said, "Mama, take a look at my diary." "But I am illiterate. How do I know what is written inside your diary? I can't read." She left it in the drawer. So I got my youngest son to read it to me.
You can't live without knowledge nowadays. Even peasants need knowledge to farm. Without knowledge, the crops would produce no harvest. I came home to work on the farm to support my brother's education. When I think of the children's laughter in school, I really want to go back to study. How I really want to study, but my family has no money. I want to go to school. Mother, I don't want to go home. How wonderful it would be if I could always stay in school.
I finally understood. I walked outside. I felt really sad, but there was nothing I could do. We still needed food and clothing, and I hadn't slept. She wanted to go to school.
Well, coming up, the day Ma Yan's life was changed forever. That's after the break.